So, hi students. We are going to discuss in the offline manner, that is surface chemistry. Surface chemistry. So, in that that adsorption phenomena, adsorption. So, that adsorption mean the accumulation of a molecular species on the other solid substance. That's during the adsorption, what happened? This is the adsorbent, and these are the adsorbate particles. So those adsorbate particles should be adsorbed on the surface of adsorbent. So these are particles adsorbate particles. So during the adsorption, what happened during adsorption during the adsorption, if you see, so the exothermic, this process is exothermic process, so delta H is negative value because during the adsorption energy releases. And also delta s what happens, so initially the particles are very random, but they are coming to settle at the surface of adsorbent, so that's why the entropy randomness decreases, so entropy also become negative value. So randomness decreases, the entropy change also negative value. So the delta g, this process is a spontaneous process, delta g also negative value, delta g also negative value. During this process the entropy change is negative value, and also enthalpy change negative value, and delta g also adjusted to negative value. Delta g equal to delta h minus t delta s, that is also adjusted. So this is the adsorption concept. And if you see adsorption is two types, so physisorption and chemisorption. Physisorption and chemisorption. Physisorption and chemisorption, two processes. So physisorption is a weak attractive forces, that mean adsorbent and adsorbate. So this is the adsorbent, this is the adsorbate. So there is weak van der Waals forces are present, but in the case of chemisorption, there is a covalent bonds or ionic bonds are formed. There are covalent or ionic bonds are formed. So that is the real chemical reactions it can be occur. This is just physisorption is the weak attractive forces. So in the case of a physisorption, if you see, this is the reversible process. So reversible. It is irreversible process. It is a irreversible process. So it is multi-layer formed. Multi-layer. It is a unilayer formation. So here the activation energy values are not significant. EA is a non-significant. Activation energy non-significant. Significant. But here is activation energy is significant values. Significant. Activation energy is significant values. Now next to factors affecting adsorption. Factors affecting the adsorption, if you see, so generally surface area. So surface area directly proportional to extent of adsorption, that is symbol is x by m. X by m is the extent of adsorption. X by m is extent of adsorption. So surface area of adsorbent increases, extent of adsorption also increases. So generally porous structures and thinly divided metals, porous and thinly divided metals and charcoal have more surface area. then surface area, then solid lumps. So in these cases, in charcoal and metal surfaces, finely divided metals have more adsorption process, can shows more adsorption process. Next to second concept, nature of the gas. So you know that critical temperature increases. TC is the critical temperature. Critical temperature TC increases. Extent of adsorption also increases. For example, TC value order, if you see TC critical temperature, sulfur dioxide have more than methane, then after hydrogen. So that's why extent of adsorption X by M also then greater for sulfur dioxide and methane, then after H2. Extent of adsorption is directly proportional to the surface area of. So next to the effect of pressure. So effect of pressure, if you see, so the pressure effect is not applicable in the case of chemisorption, not applicable for chemisorption chemisorption. Why? Because on the chemisorption, generally the metal surfaces and the gases are forms covalent bonds. So after increasing the pressure, there is no chemical reactions. So, but it can be happen in the case of physisorption. In the case of physisorption, it can be applicable. So for the physisorption, this extent of adsorption with pressure, how changes. So if you see, so for nitrogen gas extent of adsorption nitrogen gas, this is the pressure. So at constant temperature, this is 83 Kelvin, the extent of adsorption. So if you see, that is the extent of absorption of atmospheric pressure of here 20 and 40 and 60 low pressures mm of Hg, low pressure, and here extent of adsorption values 10, 20, 30 and 40. So 83 Kelvin, it is at low pressure the extent of adsorption is more, and with increasing the pressure it is become like this. At 190 Kelvin, at 240 Kelvin, and at 270 Kelvin, the values are decreases. So with increasing the pressure at constant temperatures, it gives this type of graph. Mean at low pressure the extent of adsorption is more. So with increasing the pressure at low pressure conditions, with increasing the pressure, that at constant pressure extent of adsorption increases. So at high pressure the extent of adsorption decreases. At extent of adsorption decreases. So it is well explained by the Freundlich adsorption isotherms. Freundlich Freundlich adsorption isotherms. Freundlich adsorption isotherms. So isotherms mean constant temperature. The extent of adsorption X by M, extent of adsorption versus pressure graphs. These are the Freundlich adsorption isotherms.